Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today on our talk show, we are with someone who grew up in the northern part of the country, and she has some experience that she wants to share, especially about marriage. Please introduce yourself to the audience.
Alright, my name is Mariam Olatunji.
Mariam,
Yeah,
why do people say northern girls marry too early?
alright. Who say northern girls marry too early? But what they really mean is that they are watching a life they don't truly understand. Because when you look closer, you understand,
Yes.
it's not just about age, it's about environment, belief, and survival. So what looks early to some people might, yeah, exactly.
And some people do not have that luxury of
Yeah,
choosing.
yeah, exactly.
So, is early marriage always a problem, or does it depend on the situation?
How? Early marriage is not a problem. I think it depends on the situation. Yeah.
Are people judging without fully understanding the culture? Do you think people are judging other people from the other part of the country? Are they judging without fully understanding the culture of the other people?
Yes, I think they are judging because you don't know what you don't know their culture. Every tribe and everybody has their is or their own culture. You
And
understand?
do you think the culture is wrong? Are you
So
saying
it's not wrong. It's not wrong. It's not wrong at all. So then,
how much of this is culture? You know, say they said there is culture and there is economic reality. Some
Yeah.
marry because of money, lack
Yeah.
of money, and some na their way of life.
Yes.
So, how much of this early marriage part do you think is just their culture? Do you think it's fully cultural, or some are doing it because of financial situation?
this is their culture. This is most especially in northern part. This is their culture
So
to marry early.
So you believe that it's not because of
It's not because of economic.
financial
Yeah,
situation?
that's their culture. Once they are done with their secondary school, their mentality is to just get
So
married
you
early.
go up with this, your answer that you believe is their culture.
It's their culture.
Not because of financial
Yeah.
reality. I don't know,
Exactly.
maybe the viewers we agree on that. But since she says so, it's not because of lack of money that make parents in the north to give
Yeah.
out their child to early marriage. It's just the way of life of people.
Yeah,
Okay?
exactly.
Do young girls really have a choice when it comes to marriage?
Yes.
Because let me put this way. You said a child of 15 years old got married today. Do you think that child of 15 years old, do you think she has a choice in this saying, or do you think that is the way she wants it as? Or do you think you just forced and you force her to marry?
Some might be forced, you understand, and some might be your own decision.
Willingness.
Yes,
Okay.
they want to marry early.
Okay?
So they really has like there's a choice. Everybody has his or her own choice. You understand?
Another thing, what role do you think what role do parent and family expectation play? Like, you know, they say if a child of the consent age in Nigeria, I think it's 18 or 19. So if a child of 15 years old should get married now, do you think it's fully the decision of the parents? What role do you think they play in this decision? Do you think it's their decision? Or do you also believe that these girls ask it and say, yes, I want to marry at this early age? Do you think it's the parent that wants it that way? Or do you think the parent, as a question that person, as you say, it's choice of them, and sometimes it's the parent.
Yeah.
So do you think it's the parent fully?
I don't think
That's
it's
it.
a parent.
What about the high birth rates that people talk about?
All right. About the high birth rates, people forgot that behind every number there is a woman behind it. You understand? A woman with the body.
I understand you. So is the high rate a personal choice or society expectation? I want born 10, na me want am, or na people want me make am born am?
No, it's your personal decision.
personal
Yeah,
choice,
yeah.
okay?
Your choice.
How does education affect marriage decision among young girls? If you, let's say, you understand what I mean, how does education affect marriage? Maybe you get married at the age of 15 when you are in secondary school. Now you get, do you think that wanting to go further with your education will affect that marriage, or will you prefer that I want to marry you and I want to continue going to school? Do you think
It's also a choice. It's a choice.
It's also a choice.
Yes, and
so you think that if I should, as a northern
there are a
guy,
lot of
they still want their wife to continue school.
There are a lot
if she
of
wants it.
yes, if she
A
wants
lot of
it,
them are
and
going
they even promise
Okay.
before marriage, yes,
Yeah, I would
and
like
they
to
keep to
continue.
it. Some
Okay.
keep to it that okay, you're going to school, and they are fine with it, and their marriage is okay.
That is what I'm saying. That there are some people that they say don't judge wetin you don't know.
Yeah.
Wetin you no really understand, and this is it. Because some will say it's because you understand. It's because I married you at the age of this. I will not let you continue education.
Yeah.
You no go see another person doing this that. So for you to say they will even promise you if you want to continue this school, you should continue it. So good. So another thing, I want more educated girls laying marriage now, because you understand what I mean.
Yes,
you know they
I
say
understand.
university, tertiary institution, education used to expose some to some personal opinion that me I want to, because I'm married, I don't want to marry any or something. Do you think this education part makes some girls to think otherwise about getting married?
Yes,
it does, right?
Yes, because after school you'll be like,
so their education, I want to get
a good work, I want to have my own money and something like that. I don't want to be there. It changed
their opinion, their decision.
In fact, 80%.
Okay. Yeah. Some men marry and divorce quickly. What's your take on that one?
About that,
it's not as if you are
yes,
but
yes,
you know, some people marry at the end of like
you know where the problem is.
Yes.
They don't fully understand them. They are like each other. Let me put it like this. You see a man and a woman. Let me say in local part. They just met and it's actually a land. You understand? But why some women or men decide to stay, like to date longer, is to understand each other. But then they always want it to be like.
There's one particular guy that posts online that he came back from traveling and he met his wife that his parents are married for him. So that kind of one now, you mean you married a girl for me, and you don't know. I just come out.
That's the problem. That's where that issue. Yes.
It's not as if any marriage is bad, but they should let them meet each other and
understand each other. Yeah, your good part, my bad part, something like that.
Because personally, I can't just come back home and see wife and say you expect me to love her.
To love her, yeah. To even start that it's a big deal.
Right.
I understand.
Why do we see rising cases of divorce in some communities? It's still the same thing.
Yes, they don't fully understand each other.
And men they prepare enough for marriage responsibility, or they just do it just to get married. Or some are really ready. Because I don't know now. There are some that will say they're married and they are still living in their parents' house and they brought the girl to their parents' house. Do you think some are ready for the responsibility, or they just marry for marrying sake? Just to have the pleasure of marriage.
Some marry for marrying, exactly, for the pleasure of marrying, and some are actually ready for it. They are not ready. Exactly. They just want to marry. Like
about early divorce.
That's it. Some self, the parents will be like, okay, let's just join you guys together. No, they don't fully understand each other. They just want to join, and that's where they have problems.
How does financial pressure affect marriage?
That's why I said earlier when you asked that.
You know, for example, now I may be doing, I may have a job now, then I get married. Then in the process of the marriage, like 2-3 years into the marriage, then I lost my job, I lost my source of income. Do you think that pressure, lack of being able to provide, will affect my marriage? How does it affect the marriage?
Actually, it will affect
because
marriage.
People don't bring 2K, 3K home,
then you stop bringing.
Even if the girl not be what I if I can't provide, let's say a man's value depends on how much he can provide, right? Majority, that is the way. I know some girls believe it do or die, and some believe that once you cannot provide.
But it's not possible for a woman not to be working.
You know, this working part of it, most northern people don't want that. They want their wife.
It will actually affect that marriage.
So she should just be at home.
It will affect it.
It will affect
even when they provide, it's still affecting. Talk more of you're not bringing anything.
The problem here is a
It's a
problem.
problem, yes, so
if I'm bringing 5k and you are bringing 2k, you have reduced my body. So that one will not even put a lot of
in
pressure.
fact,
So
it will
maybe,
really affect
I don't know, maybe we can actually advise them. The northern they should please at least allow their wife to have something
have
doing,
something
so that they
doing.
will be able to support the family financially. We are out of that early age of saying everything will be on the husband, like 100%.
And
the responsibility.
the funniest part is that it's the most educated one that allow the wife.
Yes, education also bring about it.
But when you don't go to school, you are not wise.
No, early marriage is cool. So
Yes.
when you get married early
Yes.
to your love friend,
Yes.
love of your life,
Yes.
at least it should allow her to further her
To have
school.
something
After furthering
doing,
school,
yes.
establish her or let her have a job that
Yes.
she's doing it.
Exactly.
And believe that yes, my wife, I want her to work so that she'll be able to help with the household financial responsibility.
Yeah, exactly.
Why do many girls still hold on to marriage so strongly?
About that,
Do you think it's love that make them to stand, or they believe that if they should go back home they will suffer?
No,
It's love.
it's love. And the life of the children.
Okay. Yeah.
Mostly
exactly.
they stay.
Some people say I'm seeing my husband because of
My children. No matter what they are going through, or they will still stay because of this. Yeah, their future
so
and their life.
Mostly
Because of
their
yes,
children.
exactly.
Is marriage seen as security, achievement? Do you see marriage as an achievement, or is just survival?
I see that as an achievement.
Sure. But I believe that for me to get married,
It's an achievement.
there are thousands, millions of people now that they wish they are
They
married.
wish, yeah.
So it's an achievement.
It's an
in my own
achievement.
perspective and your own perspective.
Yes, it's an achievement. A good
How
one.
can society support young girls beyond marriage, like empowerment? Like, okay, let's say I'm a girl now.
Yeah.
I don't believe or I don't want to get married early.
Yeah.
How do you think society can support that their decision? Supporting that their decision, I mean, you cannot just say because I don't want to get married. That means I want to invest myself in something.
Yeah.
I should get empowered. So how do you think society should support that?
Job opportunity.
They should provide job opportunity, human empowerment.
Yes.
Understood. What happens to girls who choose not to marry early?
Their choice.
Nothing will happen.
Nothing will
What's that
happen.
choice?
Your choice.
The family.
Some want, they want to have their own money.
So
they want to be okay.
Now, if a girl at the age of 19, 20, 21 say she's not ready for marriage, it's her choice.
It's her choice.
And they cannot force
Don't
her.
force her.
So, northern parents don't force their children to get married. Majority don't force.
Majority don't force.
Yeah. So, what's your message to young girls watching this?
Alright. My message is it's your life. Don't let anyone to choose
for you.
Yes, exactly. Don't let your parents to choose to shape your life. It's your life.
Okay. This is one sensitive part because they say I believe that it's not as if I'm against early marriage to round this up. It's not as if I'm against early marriage. But one thing I believe is that if I should be at the age of 13, 14 and I married, what my own personal opinion is when I grow up to a level and I see some other girls achieving more than I am achieving, I may even feel like, but since you say it's their choice, so whatever they see in marriage is their personal choice. Which means it's not for. So if you see my age mates at the age of 20 something becoming financial secretary, minister of this, I will not feel it. And what am I even saying? Early marriage doesn't mean you cannot get
you cannot cut,
I can be married and still continue and still become minister, become governor. So it doesn't matter. So what I want people, our viewers, to understand and perceive is that what we think about northern people that they do is not the way it is. Northern people believe that if a child should marry early, the responsibility will not only shift from the parent, it shift to the husband, not because of financial entirely. It's because they believe that early marriage bring about it make girls not to behave waywardly according to their law. Yes, that one too. Because as a guy now, I see a girl of 15 years old and I like her. Instead of us to be doing rubbish up and down, we should just get married to ourselves. So I believe that is their own opinion.
Yes, that is their own opinion.
But that doesn't mean that they will say, I've married you, you stop education, you will not pursue your dream. No.
Marriage doesn't stop
should
you
not stop
from
all those kind of things. I can still be a woman, if she married early, and still be a career woman.
Marriage doesn't stop you from being who you really want to
become whatever. So that is the way it is, and that is the way I believe it should be supposed to be.
Yes.